Hey there traders, thanks for joining me for another free video. We're going to take a quick look here at the market as we head into a holiday shortened week. Remember, it's July 4th week. Market's going to close early. That's 1 p.m. Eastern on Thursday, and it'll be closed all day on Friday for July 4th. Definitely, if you're making plans for the 4th, have a fun and safe time. But this week for trading, expect the volume to be really light. This is one of the two lightest volume days or volume weeks of the year, as right alongside Thanksgiving, both 3.5-day weeks, both holiday weeks where people's attention and oftentimes they just step away from the market, not just mentally but physically as well. So expect to see lighter participation out there. So where do we stand right now? You know, the indices put in a little bit of lateral movement last week, and that's really positive. You know, every little bit that we get is positive after seeing these big advances coming off these May lows. For the NASDAQ, it has had a little bit of trouble getting through this 43.71, kind of crisscrossed it a number of times lately. In fact, even tested it on Friday. That was kind of intraday support. That's the low of the day, 43.71. That's the high back here from the spring, and so now it's coming up for a quick little test here of the short-term high, 43.99. So if we get through that whole number at 4,400, then of course the trend is certainly poised to continue. There's nothing here to indicate that it's slowing down or ending. By the way, heavy volume across the board on Friday. That's just tied to end of the quarter index rebalancing. That's common, but we've also got this 43.44. That's kind of this short-term support area. Had been some resistance, and so that's kind of the downside level to watch here as we head into this shortened week. For the S&P 500, still hugging this rising support. Anything holding above about 1940, it should stay above that trend line. We've also got the high right up here at 1968. And so finishing the week last week just a few points shy of that shouldn't really stand in the way of this thing possibly moving higher if the buyers remain in place and continue doing what they're doing, which is to scoop up shares on any dip, not really letting the market relent. For the Russell, we have seen this index seen a quick little pullback here. We've got this low right here to the 1968 level, and then prior pullback low is right here in 1168, 1154. But in either case, those have been followed by higher highs, and so right now we're just a few points shy of this 1193. That's where this little bounce high was here back in the spring. We've also got short-term test of that level here at 1193. So if we can get north of 1193, then the next level is going to be 1208 followed by 1212. That's the high right back here for the Russell. We've also got the Dow just kind of churning in this high channel pattern here, holding above what had been prior resistance. That's now become some support. So any breakout through this 16,980 area would be a new high for the Dow. Right now it's kind of sitting right in the middle of the range, not acting like it's quite ready to go, but certainly it's close enough to take that out in a day if it wants to. Just a few other setups I think belong on the radar here. This Diamondback Energy, FANG, F-A-N-G, sitting in a really nice, clean bull flag pattern. Just keep a close eye on that one. Any breakout north of about 91.05, 91.10, and it could certainly get back on the move. Cree has carved out a couple of higher lows here. It's just kind of waiting for some upside traction. Any multi-day high through about 49 could certainly bring this thing back to the 51 area for a test. The CNQR is just kind of churning here in a real tight little base, so it's been carving out some higher lows here as well, working its way back up, and it needs to get through this 94.75 to 95 area. That's kind of the short-term resistance there. That's one to keep on watch. Code, this is also in a nice bull flag pattern, so you've got the very persistent strength here followed by kind of a counter trend channel here. Any push north of this upper trend line would take place at around the 2150 level, and certainly could set this one back in motion. And then Yelp is another one, just kind of churning here, not really backing off at all, but has just put in some much needed rest. If it can get north of this short-term resistance and make a new high at 79.40, then certainly this uptrend looks poised to continue for Yelp. So there's a few setups to add to your radar. If you're looking for more, if you're looking for my specific trading plan, stop by thestockbandit.com. I'm going to have that for subscribers every night, just sharing my trading process, the stocks that are on my radar, why I'm trading them, and of course where. And so other than that, thanks for joining me for this video. Hope you make it a great week. Enjoy your 4th, and I'll catch you soon with another update. Until then, trade like a bandit.